If Niccolò Machiavelli were alive today, he wouldn't chase followers or craft a public image. He wouldn't engage in online debates, post opinions, or share videos. He'd operate in the shadows, pulling strings so subtly the world would deem it mere chance. In a culture fixated on visibility, Machiavelli would rule through obscurity. He wouldn't strive to seem powerful. He'd be powerful, silently shaping discussions, alliances, and outcomes without revealing his moves. While others crave approval, he'd seek leverage. While others perform, he'd watch. Picture him leading a startup, a political group, or a media empire, never in the spotlight, always 2 steps ahead. This video isn't just about Machiavelli's words from 500 years past. It's about how he'd navigate today. No quotes. No theory. Just 21 psychological principles that would let him master modern life, from boardrooms to relationships, from social dynamics to quiet battles. Because the truth is, the most dangerous person in the room is the one you never see coming. Always let them underestimate you. Power is safest when concealed. Machiavelli would enter every room last. Speak only when silence grew heavy, and never boast. He'd let others feel superior, because those who feel superior drop their guard. When they think you're harmless, they grow vulnerable. And when they're vulnerable, they reveal the weaknesses you need to control them. Charm is more potent than truth. In a world obsessed with appearances, Machiavelli wouldn't aim to be good. He'd aim to be seen as good. He wouldn't debate truth, he'd shape perception. A smile, a kind word, a touch of empathy, all calculated to disarm. People don't follow truth. They follow what they wish were true. That's what he'd weaponize. Create ambiguity deliberately. Certainty is predictable. And predictable people are easy to control. Machiavelli would act in ways that confuse, warm one day, distant the next, open in one moment, guarded in another. Ambiguity sparks curiosity. Curiosity breeds obsession. And when people obsess, they orbit. They think of you more than they should. That's control. Control what they see, hide what you do. Most people overshare. Machiavelli would never reveal his true moves. He'd share what he wants you to see, then vanish to act in secret. Transparency is a trap. The more people know, the easier they can thwart you. Control the image, guard the reality. Build a mask. Then let it crack. Perfection is forgettable. But flaws? Flaws are compelling. Machiavelli would craft an image of calm, wisdom, and virtue, then, in a heated moment, let it fracture. Just slightly. Just enough to spark intrigue. People obsess over what they almost grasp. So give them 90% of your story, then disappear. Let them chase the rest. Say less than needed. Words reveal need. Machiavelli would master precision. He'd say just enough to suggest meaning, then stop. Let others project their fears and hopes onto the silence. It's not what you say that gives you power. It's what you don't say that makes people lean in. Blur the line between threat and ally. People feel safe when they can label you. Machiavelli would deny them that ease. He'd praise a rival. Dine with a foe, support someone he planned to undo, just enough to keep all guessing. If they can't tell if you're a threat, they can't prepare for you. Make them feel safe before you take control. The easiest way to defeat someone is to let them think they're winning. Machiavelli would smile, support, and agree, until the moment he struck. People don't resist when they feel in control. By the time they realize they've lost, it's too late. Make people dependent, then step away. To make someone remember you, don't harm them. Help them. Solve a problem no one else can. Become essential. Then disappear. People don't fear pain, they fear absence. When they lose what they rely on, they spiral. They rethink everything. And they never forget. Weaponize the favor. Machiavelli wouldn't help out of kindness. He'd help to create debt. And psychological debt is powerful. You don't need to say, "You owe me." You just act like they do. That unease. That imbalance. It becomes a leash. And you never have to pull. Forge loyalty by letting them betray others for you. Loyalty isn't won with kindness. It's won with complicity. Machiavelli would let people share secrets, break rules, or speak ill of others. Not by asking. By allowing. Once they compromise for you, they'll protect you, not from admiration, but from fear. Break alliances from within. Machiavelli wouldn't challenge a strong alliance. He'd undermine it. A subtle rumor. A hint of doubt. A small misunderstanding. He'd make them question each other until trust collapsed and the bond fell apart. Divide and conquer isn't a phrase. It's a science. Reflect their insecurities back, gently. People follow those who understand them. Machiavelli would listen, then mirror someone's doubts in veiled praise. "You're so strong," especially for someone often ignored. These compliments sting. But softly. And once someone feels seen, even painfully, they bond. Never hold the knife yourself. Power moves are cleaner when invisible. Machiavelli wouldn't destroy his enemies. He'd let others do it. He'd orchestrate their fall, plant ideas, then step back as others acted. If it fails, he's untouched. If it works, he takes the prize. Say nothing and let them reveal all. In today's noisy world, silence is deadly. Machiavelli would let others talk themselves into weakness. He'd stay quiet in meetings, pause in disputes, and let tension build. People hate silence. And in their rush to fill it, they reveal too much. Be unpredictable, but only when it counts. Being erratic is clumsy. But being unreadable is strategic. Machiavelli would be calm 90% of the time. But the other 10%? Sudden shifts. A brief absence. A flash of anger. A puzzling compliment. Enough to unsettle. If they can't predict you, they can't plan against you. Make your presence felt even when absent. The goal isn't to be seen. It's to be remembered. Machiavelli would leave impressions so sharp that people doubted themselves without him there. Not because they missed him, but because his influence lingered. Power isn't attention. It's impact. Never threaten, let fear do the work. Threats spark resistance. But ambiguity sparks paranoia. Machiavelli wouldn't say, "I'll ruin you." He'd just stop replying. Make one call. Leave a meeting early. Let their minds do the rest. The fear of what might happen is stronger than any words. Delay revenge until it's devastating. Machiavelli wouldn't react emotionally. He'd wait. He'd study. He'd let his enemy relax, then strike when it hurts most. Revenge is pointless if it doesn't change the story. He wouldn't punish. He'd rewrite the ending. Become a system, not a man. Machiavelli wouldn't chase fame. He'd build structure. Processes. Routines, ideas others relied on. So even if they tried to remove him, they couldn't function. Removing him would mean dismantling the system. And most won't. Make them fear saying your name. True power isn't fame. It's fear. Machiavelli wouldn't be quoted. He'd be whispered about. People wouldn't say his name, not because they forgot, but because they remembered too well. His influence would haunt. His silence would echo. And even when gone, his rules would shape the game. Brown Square Machiavelli never sought applause. He didn't chase fame. He chased permanence. If he lived today, he wouldn't be the man trending, he'd be the one shaping trends from the shadows. He wouldn't care about public respect if it meant silent obedience. His name wouldn't be shouted in rooms, it would linger like a presence no one dares name, a benchmark for anyone quietly outplayed. That's the difference between influence and control. One fades with attention. The other endures through design. You don't need to force respect. You just position yourself so they can't function without you. That's the final rule. The most powerful don't need validation, they become infrastructure. They build systems, shape behavior, and leave psychological marks that never fade. So as you return to your world, your work, your relationships, your goals, ask yourself, are you chasing recognition? Or are you building something they can't live without? If this message hit deeper than expected, it's because you were ready to hear it. If you're someone who studies power, not to play games, but to win, this channel is for you. Subscribe now. Join the quiet few who don't just seek to be seen, but remembered. The rules are here. The shadows await. And you? You're no longer just watching. You're preparing.